I can't do this.
What?
Pretend we're just friends. I can't stop thinking about you. I think about you all the time. Do you ever think about me?
All the time.
Madness. Hello. We're about to get into it in a minute. We're West London's finest PT trainer. Go.
Alright, so 5 seconds, yeah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, good evening, you beautiful souls. Welcome to Free Flame Thoughts live on UJR Talk Radio. You are joined by both hosts, myself, T Lyneng, and
Uncle DrumZ, the man of the hour, Sir DrumZ, here. Another week. It's going to be another banger. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned, stay locked in.
okay, so DrumZ, how you doing?
I'm good. It's been a very busy and thought-provoking week for me, but I made it here today.
You made
know,
it.
so it's smooth.
It's smooth. Well, today,
And how you doing?
well, you know I don't like the cold. Let's start that. Yeah, it's Caribbean. Yeah, I don't like cold, but I was excited the whole day, honestly, to come and do this topic. Not only because of the topic, but because of the super special guest that I have here with me today. And she goes by the name of Samantha Tavernier, otherwise known as West London's finest PT trainer, Stamina for Life. Oh, okay. Samantha, how you doing? Welcome to UJR.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, how do you feel about being here today in UJR?
Do you know what? I think I'm in a very comfortable position in my life right now where I think wherever the universe draws me, that's where I go.
That's the thing
So
I
I've
get.
got no fear right now. It's like I just listen to the universe now. I'm more connected with my development and flow. So for far as I'm concerned, if I want to develop and grow, I've got to be uncomfortable.
That's where I'm at.
So I'm good.
That's lovely. Well, you know, on that note, let's get into it. Well, tonight, the topic of the hour is exes. Your ex is an ex for a reason, so why the reconnectivity? But to my listeners, go right ahead, switch on your kettles, pull up a chair, sip on your tea and get real close to your radios because we're about to get into it.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in right first. Okay. Oh my goodness, exes. I'm going to start off by saying, oh Lord, make sure you drink a tea. You're going to need it for this one, seriously. Okay, so exes. I'm going to brief you with this bullet point here. Firstly, I don't recoil me having a fully blown reconnection with an ex where we've had a reconnection for a relationship. I'm now going to talk about areas where people want to avoid or maybe is uncomfortable. Yeah? Okay, so there was a period of time, let me go all the way back. There was a period of time from my 20s into 30s where I was with a partner that from 5 minutes later from being in with him, I knew he wasn't right for me. But here's why I stayed with it. And when you get red flags and you don't take the warning, something will happen to show you why you should have jumped ship. Okay? Now, why I stayed longer, let's just talk about that for a moment. I lost my bestest friend. Didn't really do the best thing, but he and I became very good friends. And whilst losing that best friend, that new man, his hands turned into the man friend into the enemy, as I'm concerned. And due to being with trauma, I stayed longer than I should have done. Okay? So even though we had that breakup, it was never really make up for me. I had a void. Okay, let's be real, let's be transparent in this moment. I had a void and I wasn't ready for that emptiness. So instead I allowed even more trauma from the hands of the person I was still with. Okay? Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, listeners, is we know that we don't all go back and forth because of love. Yeah? Sometimes because the sex is good. Okay? And we're not ready to leave that. And for some people, like a woman told me today in the bank, starting over is like, oh my goodness, I may as well, the better the devil you know. But for myself, it really was because I was going through a period of time, a bad patch, and my head was all over the place. Even though consciousness was still giving me red signals, I wasn't ready to jump ship. So for me, it was, and for many people, the void, not ready to re-embrace that emptiness. Not because I wasn't really strong enough, I wasn't ready to. And that's me being honest. What's your thoughts, Samantha?
I've been in a similar situation in regards to being in a relationship, but the way I see things is that you've got to see every relationship as a lesson. Because that's how we grow.
Right.
Now it's up to you how many times you want to learn that lesson.
Okay.
Like how many times do you want to sit the same exam without a pass? So I'm not gonna, if I'm constantly sitting a history exam and I'm not coming up with a pass, that means I'm not picking up certain things in order for me to achieve that goal.
Absolutely.
So if I'm going to be choosing the same partner, or if I'm going to be choosing the same subject every time and fail, that means that something lies with me.
Absolutely.
So therefore I need to take ownership of the part I played in that relationship in order for me to move on.
Absolutely.
Now for me, what you said in regards to staying somewhere, I've been in a relationship where I stayed, but it was based on my mum was obviously, my mum had cancer, my mum was ill. So what it was, I needed an escapism. At the time I didn't realise what it was, but I needed somebody external to my situation so I could run to. And then what it was, even though after a period of time the mask falled and that person showed their true self, I still stayed because of survival mode.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that I still needed someone external. But then due to having such a strong love from my mum, I knew it wasn't right. Do you understand? But what it is, unfortunately, at that time was I wasn't listening to my gut. My gut always, I knew it wasn't right, and I knew I shouldn't stay, and I knew it wasn't really going to go anywhere, but I needed to hold on to it for that space of time because it's what I needed right now.
In that moment, yes.
But also as well, being this person who is very grounded and very loyal, you think, do you know what, people go through things, you know, nothing's rose, no, it's not rose-coloured glasses, so, you know, it will work out, you know, people go through things, you know, you look at parents that, you know, like parents in general, where dads have gone out, might have had affairs and so forth and whatnot, but then you look later on and think, but they're still together, you know, you go through things, you have to go through the rough and the smooth, you know, nothing's, you know, rose-coloured and stuff like that, so you stay, but then over a period of time, when you start losing yourself, when you become a shadow of yourself and you no longer recognize the person you are, and you're walking on eggshells to please somebody and you're not even happy, unfortunately, you have to draw back. And the only way you're going to be better is if you say to yourself, do you know what, I have to go through the pain. I have to go through being alone.
Absolutely.
Because what it is that, what it really is that we're so distracted, we get distracted by a relationship where we don't know who we are. And it's only when we strip back, we know who we are. So for me, it was a matter of, do you know what? I know once I strip back from this relationship, the pain I go through to recover from this can never happen again. So I ain't going back. So once I mourn this like I'm mourning a death,
absolutely,
right, I'm going to bury this and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to look at, within myself, I'm going to look at, you know what? Be angry for a bit because you have that angry bit, yeah? But then it's like, okay, in all the relationships I've had, I'm a natural carer. I know I'm a natural rescuer. And I know where that comes from. So what it is that I look at, in all my relationships, the only common factor in all those relationships is me.
Absolutely.
So therefore, what am I doing in order to allow these people to do certain things? So if I don't allow the behaviour, it won't happen. So what am I so fearful of? I'm allowing somebody to dismantle my character in order to keep them. So I'm not even me anymore. I don't even know who I am. And then finding another relationship to replace that relationship because I'm uncomfortable with sitting with me.
You got bars.
So therefore, what I've learned to do is I sit with myself and I've cried. I've looked at myself in the mirror and I've faced myself. And I've learned to have a relationship with me.
Absolutely.
And the relationship with me only stems from after my mum passed away. Because it was like, do you know what? I want to settle with somebody. I don't want to be with that same person anymore. Why am I attracting the same person? Why am I always offering help? Like, let's say, oh, I'll help you. I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you. In all my relationships.
Can I just say, often it's because we want to be rescued ourselves.
Right, but we're distracting ourselves.
Not necessarily damsel in distress,
No.
but that need for wanting to be loved and accepted.
Right,
So therefore we give the love acceptance. Can we agree to that?
Exactly.
I love your honesty.
Exactly, and that's what it is. And you want that, but what it is, someone said to me, Sam, do you know what? because your mum's passed away now, hope you're not looking for somebody else to replace that care. And that's what concerns me, is that I'm going to look for somebody else to care for. So I thought to myself, do you know what? I need to care for me. Why am I always giving advice to people having to look after themselves, but how come I can't implement that in myself? So I thought, you know what? If it comes to an evening, I'm going to set myself a bath. I'm going to set my candles for me.
Absolutely.
Not set it for a partner like I've done in the past. Oh, he's coming, let me set the bath for him. Or, I'm home alone this weekend, so I'm going to have a processed meal. No, I'm cooking myself dinner. Do you understand? I'm watching myself Netflix. I'm actually enjoying me. And I've learned to know who I am and love me. And I've changed my mind has reset. And I love myself. I love myself so much. Like every negativity I turn into positivity now. Okay, this has happened. Okay, well, this has happened. Okay, this person said they were coming. So when I was cooking this meal, was I really only cooking it for them? Or was I supposed to eat?
Yeah.
I was supposed to eat as well. So you know
Yeah,
what?
this girl's got bars.
That means that I can eat tomorrow then.
Yeah.
And if this person comes around, that means that I'm going to be running around looking after them. But I could just be chilling. I don't need to be, it's my weekend. Why do I need to be running around look after somebody else? Want to look after me? I could chill and watch Netflix.
I think that comes with a point which I've always actually felt within myself as well, is I love my own company. So even though I touched upon the fact of vacancy and voids, those are always transitional moments. But I love my own company. I'm too far that way. That's my problem. I need to go back the other way. Yeah. But that is, I appreciate that. That's to me the epitome of transparency. Thank you, Samantha. So let me go on to you, Drums. What's your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts is I've been in relationships myself where I know that it was toxic for me and I still held on. But I think I held on because I done things wrong in that relationship, which the person kept me a prisoner to my wrongs. And kept on throwing them back in my face, like, oh, you done that and you done this. And even when I was trying to make it good and trying to sweeten it up and trying to, let's forget about it, let's move on. He's always throwing that back in my face. They're always throwing that back in my face. So I'm holding on thinking, one day it's going to get better. This is going to calm down. We're going to be able to blow over this. But I just saw that person just kept me as a prisoner in a corner to what I've done, to them to lash out and show me their bad behaviour and show me how upset and how messed up they are inside. So in the long run, I just said to myself, you know what? I took it for a couple of years and then I said to myself, you know what? I've got to let go. And I just walked away. And by that time, I think that I've been punched up so much as like a punching bag. You know when you've just been punched up so much that the punches don't hurt no more. So I thought to myself, by that time, as I walked off now, because how I see it in relationships, this is what I see in relationships, yeah? I'm a very nice guy, yeah? I will try to do the best with my lady and try and make her feel like the most specialist woman on the earth, yeah? But you see, when I'm ready to step away, I've already given my 1,000,000%.
Free paper bono.
So when I'm walking away, it's carefree. Yeah? And that's what I had to do. And I had to do that with a couple of ladies. I've had to step away from them and say, you know what? P45. It's not in the post. It's in your hand.
So you're a lady killer, are you? You're a lady killer.
No. But Cyril, but I had to do it. And it wasn't something that I wanted to do. It's just something that you know when a relationship has got toxic and it's like it's never going to change. And your mind is telling you now it can work and you know you can do this and you can try it and you're trying loads of different methods, but it's not about what you try, it's about what that person wants for that relationship. And half of the time they're not going to tell you what they want for the relationship. You're just making these assumptions in your head. If I do that, if I buy roses, if I cook dinner tonight, if I set 2 bar, if I buy 2 popcorn and we watch
At least you're bringing home the popcorn. At least, brother.
Yeah, and then get egg and flour dash in your face and then say, rah, I thought, you know what I mean? So sometimes in life you have to make that decision to step away.
Well, on that note, absolutely. Well, on that note, let's just wrap it up for a quick advert break. Keep it locked. We'll be back.
Yes, people, we're back again. So as you were saying, Silva.
Well, we are on the topic of exes. as in the common saying, your ex is your ex for a reason. So why the reconnectivity? So this week I've asked a few people, topic to the public, asking why they do, and different. I'm talking about different cultures, different races, genders, whatever.
Yes.
And the first thing I was told is expectation, society, religious, family, cultural expectations. And a Caucasian gentleman at work says to me that, you know, this is social expectations, you know, leave school, go to college, uni, work. He's expected to have that wife and stay with her. Even though it's not religious, it's just the expectation. The feeling of a relationship not working out at a certain age and that failure, which is public expectations. Because, listen, not everything's meant to be forever. And I said this to a very good friend of mine, I'm going to say it, who got married. He's a lovely brother. And he just doesn't understand the thing of not forever. And I had to say to him, as much as we've all watched the Waltons, okay, I'm still waiting for my version, hello, yeah, people come for a reason or a season or a lifetime. Sometimes it's not always a lesson, it's a blessing. Yeah, and sometimes, as it said, we keep seeing the lesson and expecting the blessing. It's not coming sometimes. It's time to know when to jump ship.
That's it.
And so, you know, your ex is an ex for a reason. And I was just saying earlier that I can't recall actually having an official partner and going back as a partner, but someone I was dating perhaps who didn't quite get upgraded to a relationship. The back and forth, the vacancy, the void. And sometimes it's because you can. If a woman or man has their door open or ajar, and the woman or man know they can just pull up, it's because you can. Sometimes it isn't even that deep what we're talking about. It's actually because the person can just pop back and be pull up. I'm coming from a rave, yeah? What are you doing tonight, babes? Yeah? Lingerie and things. Yeah? What's for dinner? Me.
So why buy the counter?
Yeah? What's for dinner? Me.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah? And so, you know, sometimes we're talking about it on a quite a dynamic level of why people do it.
But Silver, what's your perception of people that leave the jar or the door open?
Well,
For
honestly,
exes?
my perception is everyone is going through their own phase, maze, or reason, or a season, I said. And life teaches you that we all have a lot of opinions about everything and everyone. We all do, whether we speak it or not. But when your time comes to check yourself and psychoanalyze your own journey, it makes you more understanding to others that you judged before.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's real talk. We've all got a perception of, oh my God, why is she seeing him? Oh my God, look at her. He's too good for him. Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. Half the guys I date are not ping looking.
Of course. Yeah,
They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pan their arm. Real talk. Yeah? Real, no, I mean real.
Diamond on the arm.
But maybe their personality is something that I can learn from.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or their spirit. Or their drive. Or their something. So for me, I know that this is confession time as well, confession booth moment. I know with my last way back, time actually ex before ex, yeah, it was primarily because I knew I could. I can make that call and that phone would always answer. I didn't want him back. He should have never had me in the first place. Real talk. But if I was in a good place, I wouldn't have chose him.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never made a wrong decision being in the right place in myself.
Okay.
So you can be.
But you say that, but you got to flip it.
No, I ain't flipping that.
No,
That's my truth. We're not flip that.
Okay, so what I mean by that is, you say that if he was in the right place,
Yeah.
that he wouldn't have been
The person I would have chosen. No.
Yeah, but he was right for you at that time.
You can see it like that. You can see it like that.
Do you see what I mean?
I hear that.
Sometimes for me, it's like I know exactly what you mean.
I know
Like,
what you mean
my
too.
previous relationship, like, because my mum was sick, like he was better than the last. Does that make sense? So I had upgraded, and then I think sometimes when you've got a void in respect of like, oh my God, he's coming to pick me up from my house and drop me to South.
Yes.
Oh, he's opened the car door.
Standardly,
He's
should do,
actually made me dinner and asked me what I want to eat. Do you know what I mean? And I've turned around and said, let me see something here. I'm not dessert, you know. Letting you know, yeah, I'm coming with my 90. I'm coming with my 90, you know. There's nothing happening today. I don't do things straight away. So if you know you can't deal with that, I ain't coming.
Right, let me just interject
Back-
quickly, yeah?
go
I just
on.
want to ask you one thing. You see where you said, oh my God, he's picking me up. He's dropped me to South. He's made me dinner. He's run the bath. That means a lot to you, right?
That's just what I mean. So a void, I had a void, and all those things, those little things were, oh my God, important. Someone's caring for me because I was caring for my mum. So all of a sudden, someone's actually thinking about me. I'm always thinking about everybody else, and for someone to actually be concerned about coming to get me and do all those little things for me. To me, I always say all my relationships with anyone I meet, all I want is time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want time.
Okay.
That's beautiful, Sam. It's beautiful.
So, all right, you said you just want time.
I want time.
So is that the most specialist thing to you? Because some people will say, oh, do you know what? I love my boyfriend because he picks me up from work and takes me to Primark on Tuesdays and spends
He better not
50
take
quid.
He better not take the Primark.
So I'm asking you.
For me,
what means
my partner I'm with now? Okay, the first date we had, I turned around and he was busy. His head was busy with all the things that he had to do, and I turned around and I said to him, "Hold on a second, I need to stop you for a minute. You sound very busy to me." And he was like, "I'm feeling you're busy. I can actually feel you're busy." So I asked him, when we meet on our first date, can you please tell me where I am in your day? And he said, okay, you're the last person that I'm going to see. I said, cool. I said, I'm going to make something very clear to you, and please don't take it the wrong way. He said, okay. I said, I'm getting a babysitter to spend time with you. So my time is valuable. I can spend my time with my child. So if you're going to come to me and you're still busy with all the things that are going on in your head, as in you're going to be on your phone, I said, it's best we postpone this date for another time. Because you know what? Fast and Furious has 8 sequels.
Hey, bars.
And you won't get to part 2.
She's got bars.
It's that simple. He goes, yes, boss, because I'm not your boss. I'm saying, you know how I'm rolling right now. Because I know who I am. So I'm letting you know the kind of woman you're dealing with here.
Up front.
My time is valuable, and if you can't value that time and see the importance of the time I'm giving you, it's best to postpone when you're free.
All right, Silva, I want to ask you the same question. What is important to you that a man does for you?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, let me sit up real tall in my chair. When I start this, it's fair transparency and 100% raw reflectivity. Yeah? Okay. What's the most important thing to me, firstly, is communication. I grew with 2 different culturally different parents, Jamaican, Dominican, as I always say. They both raised me the best that they could. My house is always very humorous. Same with Sammy's. We grew up in a very humorous household. We're always gigglers, although we're quite profound women. Yeah, we giggle a lot. So my house was very humorous. I never came home. I never saw the electricity off. We always had gas.
Food.
But I was a child that needed communication.
Yes.
I was a child that needed affection.
Yes.
Now my siblings just cracked on with it, but for me, I absorbed what I didn't have. And I'm no disrespect to anyone that was raised a similar way. It's pretty common. I'm just that one individual that needed emotional connectivity and vocal communication. So when I meet men, which is 99.9 all that I've met in my life, who struggle to communicate. Okay, that's another topic. I'm going to go into another time. We'll go into it. No. That's very profound for me, and I question myself a lot. They say what you put out, what you get is what you put out. It's not always the case. Not everything you put. People attract what they attract. Sometimes dark attracts to your light, and it isn't because you're the same. So I've had to accept that. So to answer your question, firstly, communication. And that extends to so many other vessels if you really analyse communication. They say communication is key, but someone recently said understanding is, because you can communicate as long as you want, but if they're not understanding,
Active listening.
Active listening, receptive listening. So for me, I've noticed I myself have to continue to be mindful and nurture how I respond to those who are not like that. Firstly, I will share where I'm coming from. I will share my need versus my wants. My wants versus my desires. 3 different things. When I say I can't cope without communication, and let me make this clear, many people, if not all, can chit chat.
That's right.
Many people go on TV, hosts, shows, dance, and nice at the mic. Off the stage, you can't communicate effectively. Because it's not an act now, it's real.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's
of course.
right.
So emotional intelligence and communication seems to be quite rare.
Yes.
But everyone chats. Let's get this to be very clear about the difference of what I'm saying to you. Without that, I don't care what he's got. He can walk on water like Jesus Christ. If I let him in, I'm not in the right place. I'm being honest with you because I know when I'm not in the right place. While you attain the things you do, that is important. But the truth is, guys, I've noticed this. No matter how great someone starts, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, here's what I have to say to you. I no longer avoid adversity and friction. But before you want to make it right. You want to, no. You know why? Because you will never know. Bring it. Let's have it. Yeah? You know why? You will never know the true nature of someone's ability, whether it's friend, lover, or foe, until you have adversity. Okay? I've had gentlemen in my life that is wonderful, PhD, whatever it is. When it comes to needing to talk, hello.
Yeah.
Who's your professor scholar? I don't understand.
But you know what it is sometimes. This is what I've noticed.
No.
With my current part, this is what I've noticed. When we look at our men as well, we've got to take it back. We've got to strip it right back to their relationship with their fathers.
Oh yeah.
And so forth.
Of course.
Like, I'm not gonna. Particular people I know, for instance, guys will say, "I feel I was neglected by my father. He was there,
Yes.
but he never showed me the love, or whatever, kind of thing. My mum did what she could, whatever, but my dad didn't give me that. So what it is with that is they either go one way or the other.
Yes.
With this particular person, because they never had it, they give it. They make sure their kids have.
That's me. That's me.
So
100%.
you fill that void to ensure your kids ain't gonna be like you are, so cold.
Yes. Yeah.
So with a particular person that I know, when they come into my household, they can't believe how me and my children communicate. How we like closure. Oh, mummy, you did this to me. It made me feel like this. Okay.
Great.
I'm cool with that. I hear what you're saying, but you made me feel like this. Okay? So we'll sit and we'll deal with it and we like closure. If we can't have closure, we can't move forward. Now, any man that I'm with, particularly, I always say this. Like, I've met men who have been in previous relationships whereby them and their partner could be in the same house and for 2 weeks they won't talk.
I can't manage that.
Now, see, for me, that is hard for me. I would die inside. Now, if you go to sleep on an argument with me, right, and you're snoring, I beg you don't think tomorrow morning that I'm okay. Because I didn't sleep.
I just told you, getting up
So
and going
tomorrow
home
morning,
every
if
night.
you're talking to me, good morning. I'm going to be talking to you, but I didn't get no sleep. Did you sleep well? Did I sleep well? With the thoughts that were going through my head. Don't talk to me,
But do you know why you're
Don't
good?
talk to me.
Do you know why you're still good? Look at the face. Look at the mug on there.
I'm silent. Don't talk to me. Because I've gone to bed vexed and I didn't sleep. And I've got to go to work now. Do you understand? So the fact that you slept and you think it's okay, how can you be okay? I don't remember you taking a magic blue pill to make sure we were good. We're not good. We're not good.
Do you know you're still fabulous though? Do you know why? Because you actually let him sleep.
I'm good with that. You know what it is? 'Cause I know when he wakes up, it's still a nightmare for him.
No.
It's a nightmare.
But guess what? But you're still fabulous because you see me. None of us sleeping tonight. Yeah. In fact, you're leaving. Or if I'm at your house, I'm leaving. I have a tendency. I'm the cab girl. I'm always gone.
Okay, then once.
No, because sometimes you've got to save yourself.
Yeah, but you know what it is with me is? With me is I know within myself that things can go one or two ways.
Yeah.
I have to choose my battles sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah, so you know what it is? My
absolutely.
silence is very strong. It's like my silence is very strong. I'm so when I'm silent, you ain't got a clue of ways. You got Google Maps. You don't know where I'm at.
Of course.
Ways can't even
Yeah.
help you. There's no diversion
Yeah.
for you. You don't know what's going on in my brain. So when I'm silent, you're thinking, oh my God, what's going through her brain? Oh my God, this is not her normal mode. That means I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I'm not repeating myself. You see EastEnders, they only repeat themselves twice in a week, I ain't got time for no omnibus. I'm done. Just like one show live and I'm done. So I've told you already. Now if I've got to keep being repetitious, that means I'm nagging. So therefore, what I'm doing is that I'm not going to argue with you so you can deflect from yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go quiet. So that means you're going to sit still with yourself and you need to self-reflect. And then you're going to come correct. Because you're expecting me to come with
But
some
guess
rap.
what? That would be for the
How
conscious
much time
mind.
do they self-reflect and come back?
Oh, they do.
But then
no, what it is because what it means with me is that what I'm doing is now is. Do you know what it is? It's all about self-development and growth.
Absolutely.
And my thing is that I'm learning about myself every single day. And what I'm learning with it's like going to a different country.
Mm-hmm.
It's adapting to each environment. Mm-hmm. And what is every person is different. Everyone's not generic. Mm-hmm. So you can't choose the same man with the same things as you did last time because every person is different. Everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own scars.
Oh yeah.
I met one guy and one guy said to me, I said to the guy, you know what? We're speaking so much on the telephone, right? So it's like we've bought our tickets, yeah, we've checked in, all we've got to do is fly.
Aye.
You know what he said to me? Actually, you forgot the bit about x-raying the bags.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Hey.
He goes, you forgot the x-ray in the bags. He goes, you know what, because everyone's got their baggage.
Hey.
And he goes, you know what?
Metaphors on flow tonight.
He goes, we need to look at the baggage that everyone's carrying before we fly.
But he's on your level.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm
he dropped
saying.
those bars poetically, he's on your level.
This is what I'm saying.
Aye.
So for me, my thing with any relationship is this. If me and you communicate and we have that vibe,
yeah,
and you can get me wet without us even meeting.
Say it.
We're
Say it.
live.
Speak it, Stan.
Understand? If I haven't got time for you, but we have that connection and we're live. It feels like I have it. It feels like I'm still with you. So communication for me is everything, right? And what I've learned also with my things, you do that, you do that, you do that. I don't do that no more. It's like that might not be your intention, but this is how it made me feel.
Absolutely.
This is how it made me feel. That might not be what you intend to do, but what it is because it happened once and it's happened twice. I can become a habit, so I've got to let you know by what you did there. I'm not saying you did it on purpose, but that's how it made me feel.
That, you know, that's interesting. Can I share a story about my almost reconnectivity to someone that I didn't? Is that relevant? Yeah. I was 20.
Oh, so it's the ex that you're saying now that
I could have almost for 1 second.
Always okay.
For 1 second, nearly went back.
Based on what though?
I'm gonna go into it. So let's get into it. Yeah. Okay. I was 20 years old, and I met a gentleman who was apparently 30-something years old until I realised he was older. But anyway. Yeah. That's the first line. That was more than catfish. I wish I was catfished. But listen, I've got to take up my glasses with this one. Go back to memory lane. I was in my 20s, and as I said, he was in his 30s allegedly at the time. And I've got to share this little story. I have to say it makes sense. I used to have, my son was a lot younger then. And I had this little girl who used to come round, his children used to come in and play with my son, and the older sisters used to come round. And she randomly said, Silver, what would you say if there was a gun in that bag? I couldn't understand why she would say it. Sorry, guys. I couldn't understand why she would say it. I knew she was used as a vessel. I knew there wasn't going to be a gun in the bag, but she was used as some spiritual vessel. So here I go, reluctantly but passionately, went through his stuff. By the way, he's meant to be 30-something. He's allegedly have no children and never been married. So you see, wait, let's pause. Okay. So I was with him. We were 2 years in. Okay. And I went in the bag. And there was other bags wrapped up and sellotaped, obviously for no entry.
That's right.
My spirit said, you're wrong to do this, but you must. I went in the bag. The non-married man I was with for 2 years, I saw pictures of him cutting wedding cake in a groom's outfit with a woman in a wedding dress. He had no children, but I read letters that said to daddy. Okay? Naturally, I can't even find a word for how that made me feel. I was sucker punched on so many levels. So many levels. Because this was the first person I ever brought around my son. Yeah, ever. I was 20 at the time. And when I confronted him, he said, I didn't think you would accept me having a child. And I said, but you proposed to me, I accepted. And you were willing to settle down with a woman that you thought wouldn't accept your child? You're a liar.
That's right.
You're a liar. Okay. Beyond my own good judgment, I gave him an opportunity. Gave him a second chance, gave us a second chance. Yeah?
After that.
After that.
But did you want to meet the child? Did you want to...
The children were in America.
All right.
The children in America. And to spice things up even more, the woman that he married, that was in the picture, was also on the magazine cover in my living room that he brought to my house because she was a model.
Oh, wow.
The same magazine cover that he chose I used to have my hairstyle was like Maxwell, was a singer. I was doing music back as a youngster. The same woman that he was married to was on the cover of the magazine in my home. That's how comfortable he was with his behaviour.
Nice.
What made me come to total fruition of decision? I had an accident because I'd put all his stuff in my loft. Do you remember this?
Yeah, can you tell me this?
I put all my stuff in the loft, and the Most High told me it was time to go, but obviously I didn't take heed. So something had to happen for me to take heed. So I put all this stuff in the loft, not like in heights, but I'm in the loft. Ooh, suddenly I was in a movie scene in my head. I felt the floorboards giving way, and I fell through the ceiling to another room. Just imagine this slow motion situation happening. And as I landed, all the stuff that was in the loft came out. So you've got, nude pictures that he'd taken of women. He was a music manager for superstars, superstars. But at the same time, the pictures that were coming out was material of his own, okay? Girls with naked girls and whatever, and it all came out on top of me. I was very badly injured, rushed to hospital. I wasn't in a mind frame to be ending it in that moment, okay? So by the time I came home, hand in a sling, face really badly bruised, headache a lot. I was vacuuming my home with one hand in a sling while I knew what I had to do. While he watched me vacuum my home with a hand in a sling, okay? Then I asked him if he could put milk in the microwave for my son, and he huffed and puffed. I've not seen this side before. He huffed and puffed to do that. And the Most High said, what is more important? A husband and a stepfather for your child at 20, or to leave this man that in your worst state of being in an accident, this is how he is. He's got to go. And the point that I'm going to get to now, he said to me, if you love me, you wouldn't leave me.
Hey.
And I said, I love myself enough, that's why I've got to go. And in that moment, just for 1 second after I said it, I could have said, let's talk about it. And a week later, after I literally broke up on the spot. And a week later, I did have that reflectivity of, okay, I know I've done the right thing, but shall I give him a chance? It really wasn't about giving a chance. It was the fact of, was I ready to let go of what my friends said was great? This was the guy that I'd be sitting there, and Diana Ross would call and say, I need a photo shoot for my daughter. He just moved out of a house with Naomi Campbell. I had a music contract. So in my head, I was looking at losing the life I could have, okay, as opposed to living that ordinary life with morality and living a very ordinary life that didn't believe I was made for. But I never went back. But I was close to returning back to giving that second chance, although I knew that he wasn't worthy.
Okay. So Silva, are you saying that you've never been back to anybody that you've been in a past relationship with?
Not in relationship, perhaps dateship or sexual connectivity.
I think
go back, no coming
Yeah,
back.
in regards to, at this stage of my life, I don't do casual. I will never say never.
Yeah.
But I'm not comfortable with how it makes me feel in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not good with it.
Yeah.
I'll give him hell, and after all, I agree to it. So why do it? So that's the only reason why. No judgment on anybody else that's comfortable with it. For me, I have returned back and forth in datingship, which is not official relationship, or that when you left somebody, you've broken up, but you're still having sex.
Yeah.
But I have never gone back in a relationship. And it's simply because it just wasn't right for me.
But then isn't that your way of weaning off?
It is.
So basically it's like taking medication and be like, I'm on 5 tablets. But what it is, I can't go cold turkey and totally reduce my medication.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to take 4 pills, 3 pills, 2 pills, no pills.
Absolutely. But the funny thing is sometimes the sex wasn't even good though.
Yeah, but what it is, it's
I'm being real. It's a
yeah.
case of all it is everybody, let's be honest, everybody likes that feeling of somebody thinking of you.
Yeah, of course.
It sounds really pathetic.
Being wanted.
It sounds so pathetic, but I'm going to keep it real. Beyond, we're living in a world of so much media that it allows our feeling to be passive. Everybody wants to feel like someone's thinking of you. Okay, someone is expecting you to come home and you're going to receive that call at the end of the night or in the morning.
Okay, that's very true what you're saying. So the world that we're living in right now is everything. Social media is covering everything. Yeah. So I feel that people want more and more and more attention. They lust for it.
Of course they do.
So you could have your perfect partner, right, who you love, but somewhere along the line you still want other attention.
I don't feel that
No,
way.
not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm
Honestly, I'm quite low. When I'm in, I'm in.
No, I'm not talking about you guys.
I think that's only if, maybe, I'm not saying, maybe it might be more romantic.
Hold on, all right. I'm going to give you a prime example.
Okay.
All right. You got Kim Kardashian, yeah?
Right.
She's married to Kanye West, yeah? She got children. She goes on, put on one bikini top with her batty, with the whole of her batty showing out. And take that shot. Who's she taking that shot for? When she puts on the Instagram?
It's attention from the public.
No, but who is she? When she puts that shot out there, because remember she had the picnic for him, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think it was a couple of weeks after the picnic, she went in the shower and took one of them bum shots.
Yeah, but that's self-esteem for her, though, isn't it? It's
sometimes no. Sometimes
I think
no.
she's to feel. I think what it is I think a woman can be in a relationship sometimes, but she still needs to know that she's desired by others.
Yes, desired by others.
After being a mother, and being pregnant, right? For me, for instance, like I know I have a certain shape, a certain physique. So when you're pregnant and you put on all that weight, and the baby's out of you, and you've done that job, to shed it for some people is not very easy.
Yeah.
To feel like to me, I say to my son's dad, do you know what it is? I know you love me, but I want you to fancy me still.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the feeling of, if I was the size that I am right now in the club, you wouldn't even look at me. But it's because you know me.
They accept
and I bore you a child.
They accept
That's
you.
why you love me. But my physical being is not what you would look for if you was outside. So my thing is, I've always my point, I still want you to fancy me.
That could be a part of your paranoia, though.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
The reason why I'm saying
it really ain't.
Hold on.
It really ain't.
The reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm saying that
Yeah.
is because it's because you know you've had the child, you know your body's changed, you know how your hormones feel at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't feel 1,000% like how you felt before you had that child.
What partner did to me?
So hold on. So now you've had the child now, you're thinking to yourself, hold on a minute, I didn't look like that, and this used to fit.
Of course we are.
Of course we are. But me, I know for a fact, when my girl had a child, yeah, and I saw that, I watched the baby come out.
Yeah.
I watched his head come out and everything, and I watched that, yeah. That made me love the girl even more.
Yeah, I know.
So she could have swole up to the size of a house. I'm still gonna have more love for her than I had before.
That's you.
But no, so what I'm trying to say to you is, you saying, I know that, but I want you to fancy me. How do you know you don't fancy me?
I'm not saying it's fancy.
I know what she means. That's a woman thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah. But what it is.
You want it more.
For instance, like, so we watched MTV. I had, say my son's 13 now, but when he was about a week old, MTV came on, and there was a Janet Jackson video, and I'll never forget this. My brother was in the house, he goes, "Wow, look at Janet Jackson, man, she's looking buff in that video, innit?" And then my partner was like, "Well, okay." So I let that bit go. Then he went to the TV and he zoomed in.
Oh, God.
Right, yeah, I flipped. What? I went into one. Hold on a second, how dare you do that to me? I was born your baby. How dare you do that to me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Personal, boy.
I thought, hold on a second, you've gone actually, the first bit you said about Janet, I allowed it. But you zoomed in on the thing too? I want to block him up. See what I'm saying? So my thing is kind of like, I just gave birth. Just that, my hormones are all over the place. I don't care about a whale right now.
She's killing me tonight, you know. She really is.
I understand.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care, like, you saw if you love me, but don't look at fucking Janet Jackson. Don't look at Janet.
But check this though. Check this though, yeah? What I've seen, this is my personal. I'm not talking about no one else.
Yeah.
My personal. I'll be with her.
I'm being realistic. I'm fine.
Yeah,
be realistic.
being
Yeah?
realistic.
You said that she can be as big as a house. Be real. So after she's had a baby, yeah, and she's yamming to the point where she ain't got no boundaries of the yamming.
I
You're
can't,
still loving
you know.
her.
Do you know what? I can't,
Listen,
people. I can't.
You're still loving her. We're just like
She's
one of the
kidding me.
Americans that can't even leave her bedroom. Because I was trying to say to you, be realistic. Be realistic.
When you love someone, yeah? When you love someone.
No.
All right.
Be real.
Okay.
Seriously.
Why do you love
Be
someone?
real.
Why do you
Be
love
real.
someone?
Be real.
Why do you love someone?
Let me say something,
Maybe
yeah?
his love is
No,
deeper
why-
than
why-
mine.
no,
yours.
no.
Maybe
I'm
you love
asking
me
you, why
real
do you
deep. Cemetery deep. You love me cemetery deep.
All right.
Yeah? Let me tell you about love,
Yeah,
yeah?
it could be.
Right?
It could be.
When I first meet somebody,
No way.
yeah, right, there is a physical attraction.
Oh.
Let's
Obviously,
talk it.
right?
Let's talk
Okay.
it. That's right.
Now,
Keep it real.
after the physical attraction, yeah,
Mental, emotional.
it needs to be a bit more than that. Because like me and my partner now, yeah, we can crack up and laugh over stupidness. I'm one of the people, I will laugh at the stupid thing. We're very childlike.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to be someone that's childlike and that's got bars.
Like to giggle. Like to giggle.
That's the giggle. Because
Punchlines, yeah.
what I want is we can be in an empty room with a few little 12 bites, £1 snack from Tesco's, a little Netflix, and we're live.
Yeah.
All right,
That's me.
all right.
Right. But, right, that's that mental bit. But I need to be able to be like, what? But at the same time, yeah, it's like, once I'm to say senses, what you want to get some today? I'm going to get some. They'll be like, looking for me, I'm going to get something. And I'll be like, well, we get some today. I'm gonna get some. So we're messing around, do you understand? But what my thing is that I don't mind my partner has a stomach, do you understand? But what I mean is that he can't be going way out of order.
All right. Can I say something?
Physical attraction
so
is
let me
important
ask-
to me.
all right, now let me ask you a
I've
question.
got to say this.
When you think of your perfect man that you fancy, who's that guy?
I don't have. All I say, I like dark skin
You
brothers.
got one. You
No,
got
my
one. You got
muffin-
one.
Me too.
You got
I
one.
love dark skin
But
brothers.
you've got one in your mind. You've got one.
Nah, I used to be Tyrese, but I think it's gonna be crazy.
Fight.
All right, forget
Right,
about his
but-
craziness. I'm
but-
talking
no,
about
but-
when you're thinking about
No,
the
I
person
don't.
that
I
you're
don't.
Tyrese.
All I have is tall and dark. Tall and dark. Like, with me, I like 6 footers. I'm only 5'4.5", yeah, but I like them tall.
Can I just
and
say,
dark.
we
That's
better
it.
not go to the same venues because I like them tall. I like them dark. Tyrese, Morris Chestnut. Let's keep
This
it
is what I'm
moving.
saying. This is
And
me too.
But guess what though? Ghost in Power, you're an exception.
Yeah, me too. Ghost. The body's banging.
Aye.
Lang.
I don't think your gentleman would like to hear that.
I'm keeping it real.
Can I
Wait, he thinks he's ghost though.
He might slip on you
No,
and get home.
don't
he thinks
cut me
he's
up.
ghost.
I
No.
can't
What do you
believe-
think he's ghost?
When you go home, he might
No,
flip on
hear
you.
him.
What do you mean he's banging
Hear
like?
him. You know what, yeah? Me and ghosts have got similar characteristics. That's where it stops. That's where it ends. That's where your book got punctuation. That's where it ends. Do you understand?
Can I?
But my thing is,
She's cracking me up
let me be
tonight.
real. I love, to me, see with me, personality for me, like I said back then, I'm not saying I want busted men, yeah. I'm not saying Busta Rhymes busted, but I say Busta Rhymes as in busted.
I think he's sexy in his own right,
I
Busta
like.
Rhymes.
Nostrils for me.
Yeah, I know.
But what
His body's
but
banging,
what
though.
I'm trying to say is, yeah, personality for me is high. Like for me, if a guy can, like with my partner now, yeah, like I walked into a club, I wasn't ready. I stood in a place where I didn't want no one to even talk to me. But this guy, as soon as I entered the VIP bit and I stayed at the front in the corner because I've come out of something, I just want to be. My mom passed away over a year. I stayed to the side. I'm just coming back out. I don't really want to get involved with anybody. This guy stands right next to me. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to talk to me now. Jesus Christ, here we go now. Forever, my lady. Jodeci. Because someone in Jodeci, and a horror thing to me, it's going to be the funky house. The funky house beats. He's talking to me about myself, and then I've fallen, and it's done. Because I always have the analogy of in a relationship of, you know, like not Jungle Fever. What's that Spike Lee movie?
Which one?
Do the right thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I have the thing of where you know the guy that goes around with a beatbox.
Yeah.
My-
Radio Run.
Right.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I see a relationship like this. A girl is in her window, and she's just doing her thing. And a guy comes outside her window with the beatbox and starts playing beats. Now, the girl's not responding to the beats.
Change the tape.
Yeah?
Change the tape.
No. So then what it is, he keeps on coming every day at the spot. Right? With different beats. Until she starts dancing. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, woo, this is good. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I start breaking down that track, I'm doing all the moves to the track. I'm like, I might go take it to another level. Next day I'm waiting for him to come with the beats to dance at my move. He's not there. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how relationships are. Do you understand?
Yeah,
so
that's real.
I can't be giving.
Analogy.
Okay.
That's deep.
I overstand
Yeah,
all
real
of
talk.
that.
It's just
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
real.
I
You give
understand
me
all
that.
that.
He's great.
Your partner, what you're with now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What is the number one thing about your partner right now?
Number one thing about him, do you know what I love? I love his, how can I put it? I love the fact he gives. What I mean by that is,
And
I love the way he's a father.
But that's got nothing to do with looks.
I love the,
No,
that isn't. But what I'm trying to say is that, but I always say to my partner, listen mate, I'm PT. Yeah? Like, I don't mind if you hold a little bit of weight. I don't mind that. But if I see it's getting to the point of no return where you ain't got no boundaries with the snacks, I've started pulling back certain things.
Right, I'm going to jump straight in.
For your own health and for your own whatever. Do you understand? I can't be flabber. You can't be going around like you're something about Star Wars like that thing that's walking around.
I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in. Samantha here met the last person I was dating. By the way, we're no longer dating.
I thought that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Need to be downgraded real quick.
What is.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Funny. I'm gonna keep it real.
No. Let me finish my sentiment. Yeah? The reason why I'm gonna bring this up is because of the statement that Samantha just made. I know due to my personality, I tend to not meet people that are physically what I'm looking for, but personality, whether it's humor, generosity, spirit, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay? That last individual which I dated, and I call it dated, yeah? I said to him from the beginning, I'm going to bring it right back to this ex because we're going a little bit off track. Yeah, the ex. Lord, yeah, it's all relationship based as we do. I said to him from day one, right? My transitional stage in my life is I'm at a certain age and stage, and I want to know the person I'm dating pays keen interest in nutritional values and fitness, life, health, well-being, being kind to your mind, whichever way you do it first. Yeah, no particular picture preference, but just paying key interest. From the day I met him to the day I stopped dating him, he was offended by that.
Oh wow!
Now the fact that you're offended by the fact I'm trying to stretch you and me, you're not right for me.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
If you want to grow together.
Yeah, we'll come back from a rave at 6 a.m. I'll come in, drop my bag. I'm going to the gym. Yeah, that was crazy to him. I'm going to the gym.
Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, yeah, I'm not always on it, but I'm going to the gym. Okay, he would be one of those individuals that talk about, I'm going to improve while he snacks down the whole of the house. And you can't have a bigger belly than me, and he did.
Yeah, I hear that.
Okay, that was the first individual that I went for personality and not looks. First ever. And the reason why...
What did your son say about him?
He never met my son.
No, but remember when there's a comment you made one time and you said your son said...
Oh, it's about time I grew up.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Right, I'm glad you said that. What it was, he never upgraded to meeting my son or family in that way. Went to a rave, met my brother by chance.
I remember that, yeah.
But I showed my son a picture because my brother pulled up a chair and said, I heard you're dating somebody. So they both pulled up chairs. I was like, okay. Yeah, when they hear I'm dating, it's a big deal because I'm really low key. Yeah. So... as the first person I was open with, just as a date, is in social media, as you saw. Yeah, because normally conveyance kind of not always means it's gonna last.
That's right.
Yeah, real talk. That's what
true.
the first time in my life. First time, be open. Whatever will be, will be.
Yeah, that's
you know, a moment of happiness, whatever.
Yeah.
My son saw his picture and was like, "It's about time. Oh, you've grown up." I felt so embarrassed. I said, "What do you mean by that?" Because he's not one that talks. He doesn't talk. He's not that kind of a person. He says, because you like these guys that always tap you looking like ex-prisoners. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't believe he said that. Yeah. I said, what do I look like then?
Yeah, but it's your kids. When your kids drop a bar on you,
I was like,
you have to think about what they're taking.
And he's never meant it. It's just because he knows I'm always like, that. He says, Mom, I think he kind of thinks age, he looks mature like a big man.
Yeah.
But I like the trendy
But
Fendi's.
he's thinking to you, okay, maybe Mummy's going to settle now because he's seen a pattern.
No, actually he hasn't. Because in 26 years, he's met 2 people in 26 years. I'm going to tell you for the record, and you can ask him. In 26 years, he's met 2 men as my partners. My dirty lawn is out of road. Let's keep it straight. That's real talk.
It's really weird when we say about kids. It's like, my daughter, when I finished with my son's dad, she said to me, I'm surprised you stayed for so long.
It's shocking, isn't it?
And I was like, excuse me? And she studied psychology.
Yeah.
So she was like, she done her you know, that project at the end, dissertation on relationships. She said, because she used me as a
subject matter.
As a subject.
That's amazing.
Because she was saying it fitted into all the theory in regards to staying. And I said to her, the fact of the matter is that I think with my mum, I copied the same trend as my mum.
Yes.
So my mum had one child, which was me, from a previous relationship, and the next person she settled with, and she had 3 children, she married.
Yes.
So with me, I thought, okay, one person, you've done it. And the gap between my son and my daughter is 9 years. Because I wanted to make sure it was right next time. So that one wasn't right, but I stayed in it because I wanted it to work.
Be right. Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the child, I would have gone out a long time ago. Do you understand? So you have points where there was an argument or a situation and like he walked out. And I was like, wow, that night I slept like a starfish in the bed. Because you know what it was? I knew I was good because I was carrying a lot of him. So I slept like a starfish because I knew it was good. So we came back to come back. So no, you're not. If you're gonna walk out and have a sport child moment, you think you can't come back like this. But I went back for the sake of my child because he was there. And then my mum being ill was what made me turn around and say, you know, life is so short. Am I gonna stay with somebody I'm not happy with when life is too short? If it's familiar to me, I need to bounce.
Well, let me jump straight in and go into another perspective of somebody else. I'm going to call out the culture, then it would make sense because different cultures see things very different and races. So a woman from the Caribbean background says that she was pregnant and she was back and forth with her partner because while she was pregnant, he had an affair. And although she moved away and they broke up, she kept going back and forth because she was still pregnant, and I guess that connection for her. And that was her reason for going back and forth, the baby, you know. The baby didn't work in the end, but that was her reason. And then another woman said to me today in the bank of hearing the topic of the hour, which was going to be tonight, she says that, she's Caucasian, she says that staying sometimes is easier than starting over. And then I was told by a Oriental gentleman, Asian, he said that many fluctuate back and forth with exes due to not being capable of being alone, basically dating yourself.
That's right.
Therefore, this back and forth pattern is simply the substitute and the filling of a void.
That's right.
It also goes on to say, not forgetting many are uncomfortable in their own company, as in dating self again, and in his opinion. And again, I mentioned also the sex.
I think sex.
If the bedroom drama is lit, you're gonna stay. I've not been as fortunate. Maybe one day if I meet someone that just match up my structure, I'll stay for all the wrong reasons. But I've never had that opportunity.
But you know what it is though? It's one of those things where I think with a partner, to me, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying sex isn't important.
Oh, because it's one of the most important things to me.
It's very
I'll leave you for
important.
that shit.
No, I would. No, it's
I'm
important,
leaving you
but
for
you
that.
can work on that. But my thing is that I love the idea of growing together.
Of course, that's the whole
I love
point.
the idea of like traveling with
Yes,
each other.
yes.
I love the idea of having very little but having so much.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I love the fact of like, if you haven't got it, I've got it,
Right.
and vice versa.
Okay.
And I've got you. I have got you.
I like that.
So that's
And this is how I am. I've
Yeah.
got you.
I like that.
100. So, like with me, I fly normally around the anniversary of mom's death and stuff like that. And I said to my partner, okay, we're flying. I've got you. Do you understand? If I say I'm taking you out for dinner, I've got
Of
you.
course. So it
It's
should
not
be.
because I'm saying go out for dinner, you go put your hand in your pocket, because I'm saying we're going out for dinner because I've got you. Like one of my exes, what we do, we go food shopping, and then I'll be putting in Tropicana and whatever. We'll be like, wait, like, what's going on, man? You putting in Tropicana all the things there in the
What's wrong with
basket.
babies? What's wrong
This is
with
like his man shaking, like as if he's doing like you know what I mean? Man's getting scared, like as if let's be shocked because I'm putting in the I said, listen, this is what I'm drinking. I said, but don't think because I'm putting it in the trolley that I can't back it.
Of
I'm putting it in the
course.
trolley because when I get to the till, I know I'm gonna.
Reel off.
So let's bring it back to your
So I'm
ex.
saying-
Your ex is an ex for a reason.
Can I-
So
They
why
are.
the
Silver,
reconnectivity?
can I just say one thing before we bring it back? Yeah.
Okay.
This is a question for both of you, double barrel
Yeah.
question. Yeah?
Okay.
What would when you say the sex? Yeah, is
Yeah.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say not
It's
all
not-
of it.
No, not really.
But,
Okay.
answer
I
this question.
dare
Yeah?
you to ask me the question.
Answer this question. Would you rather be with someone, that can give you 100% worth of good sex, and don't give a shit about you? So nothing else is complete after
Nah,
that.
that
Hold
ain't
on. Or someone that can be around you, and give you 10% of sex and be the
10%.
best person.
Okay, let
No,
hang on.
Yeah,
Wait.
because there's 100% and there's 10%.
10%
Okay.
for me.
And be the most marvelous guy ever.
Can
What
I
would you
answer
say?
that?
What would you say to that?
Let me answer that, please. Please, I dare you to ask me this
I'm a
question.
bit upset that you said 10 though.
No,
You could have
Because
been
you got
100
100 and you got 10.
Yeah, but you could have been a bit more better with not 1/10 of it. You could have been better than that. You could have said like
1/10 is
like-
better than nothing.
Okay, listen, let me answer that question, okay? Firstly, it does aggravate me. Not necessarily you, because I loves you, drummer, okay? I loves you. But men often have these questions for me based on their inability, so they drop these lines on me a lot. And what I keep saying is, how about celibacy? That's another topic. Yeah? I opt out of both. I'm very good on my own.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm very good on my own.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that we have to have either or either. Sometimes there is a grey area. But if I must choose one, no, I'm not going to choose none. I'm not.
Exactly.
No, hang on. I'm not. Let me tell you why.
30% then.
Let me tell you why. Although Sammy said earlier that sex can be improved, the last individual I dated, yes, I'm putting you on blast, like I'm not calling your name. Okay?
Woo!
I sent you Kama Sutra. I sent you Tantric. I sent you, Google hollered at you. YouTube hollered at you. But you weren't trying to improve. You weren't trying to improve. Okay, no.
Did you send him WD-40?
No. Yeah. No. No, seriously, because I'm one of those women. I am very progressive in relationships if I'm with the right person.
Yeah.
Just because it's good,
yeah.
I want to aim for great. And if it's not popping, then let's just aim for good.
Yeah.
With that individual, I knew what was coming every hour, every day. It was super boring. I'm gonna keep it real. I prayed upon it. I tried. I
Bro.
tested myself. No, hang on. No. I'm
You're
gonna go
listening.
there. I'm gonna go there. This was for
No, I
another
hear
show,
that.
but
I
I'm
hear
gonna
that.
go there.
No, I hear that.
Okay. So the reason why I put up, I'm sure you put up bits with me in other areas.
Yeah.
Is because of my age and stage and trying to review my character and behavior and a pattern. You have to review yourself
Of
sometimes.
course you do.
Heavy. That was heavy.
I
I had
like
to.
that.
So how long?
Can you repeat that again? Can you repeat that? Age and...
Age, stage, everything.
Yeah.
Age, stage, my category, spirituality. Because I have a pattern of dumping people because of whack intimacy. I have a
Yeah.
pattern. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I do. And at my age, I'll be doing...
Seriously?
I'll be 70 still doing the
Seriously?
same thing. I can see it happening.
Seriously?
I'm going to be real with you. Because I seem to attract this behavior. I don't know why. Okay? But here's what I'm saying to you. This time I thought, you must transcend. You have to learn to transcend. So I took this on based on how he was with me initially. And I thought, okay, as I do, let me be the one to send you information. Because if you're willing to try, you can grow.
Yeah.
But what he would do was he would listen to it. Now he would say, that's wonderful. I'm not check in. He wouldn't do any of it. So at 1 o'clock, I knew what you were going to do. By 1:05, I know when you're going to kiss me. I'm like, oh, I can't do this no more.
So it's like a
Every
routine.
night was
Like a
licking.
routine.
Every night was licking night. I'm getting tipsy before the lipsy. I have to, 'cause I can't deal with it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay,
I
routine,
tried.
routine.
I
Oh,
really
wow.
tried.
Routine.
Wow.
The routine was, and then it just got. He didn't understand why venture was necessary. He didn't understand the logic, but he was 10 years my senior. I like older guys, but in that case, I had to ask myself if he was willing to grow. I would have stayed with him because he's a
Yeah.
lovely gentleman. He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
He's a nice person. He'd be perfect for somebody else. But I'm
what it is.
prolific. I'm very. There's not a person who can't say that I'm not adventurous. I want to be like, come on, let's hit the airport in my onesie. Let's go. I'm that kind of a person. I'm
Yeah.
very, and I like to research. I'm the kind of person. Let's go to a relationship seminar. I'm always willing to grow. Let's watch
You know,
Kama
it's,
Sutra.
It's
You
like
know.
men, for me, it's like, it's really strange. Like, the person I'm with now, I went to a spiritual woman.
Mm-hmm.
Which is quite deep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not into any spiritual stuff like that. But after my mum's anniversary of her first year, I needed some form of direction.
Yeah.
And I saw her the day after. And she said to me that my partner is waiting. She said, she was the person you were with before, he was a block. And you ain't getting back. And she goes, the ending of it was supposed to be an end because you would never have done it.
Yes.
Yeah? And she's right, I wouldn't have. I'm grounded. Like that. And she said, he's waiting for you, but he's waiting to make sure that you're over whatever you're in now, that you're totally over it before he steps to you. And she goes, you two are going to travel. She goes, he's me very spiritual to use all these things, and the person I'm with now is all those things.
Amazing.
And the weirdest thing about this person is that he has traits of my mum in him.
Ooh.
Which is deep. And then after about maybe a month or two into the relationship, he goes, you know what, I want to go and meet your daughter. And he drove 100 miles to Leicester to meet my daughter. When he met my daughter, he gave her a little gift, and it was something very spiritual that my mum would have given to my daughter. And the same thoughts that I had, my daughter said to me, oh my God, that's what Nanny would have done.
He's very considerate. He's very considerate.
And on top of that, my daughter goes, oh my God, I can't deal. This is the male version of you. The banter. The back and forth, the caricature, the facial expressions. This is you. And I've met me, and it's weird to see me. I think, what, is that me? Oh my God. I've met somebody who's like me, but I've met somebody who's quite arrogant and can be a certain way. But what it is, he sees me, and he realizes we're very strong characters, and we're both fiery. So what it is, we've learned when not to do certain things. We both learned. He stepped back, I've stepped back, and we'll sit down and say to me, "Oh, what? You need to apologize to me." And I'll be like, "For what? I'm apologizing for? Actually, have you checked yourself? I ain't apologizing because you was the one that was wrong. I'm gonna tell you why."
Yeah.
So what it is with us is that he's learned that I'm a certain character. With me now, from previous relationships, like I said, like the ex not being your ex, I'm gonna wrap it up in this way. My ex is my ex because ex means external, outside.
Of course.
You're no longer relevant.
Absolutely.
The reason why you're no longer relevant is because I have grown from you. It's not a bad thing. I don't have... Okay, how it might have ended sometimes always isn't right.
Yeah.
At the time it ended, I might be bitter.
Yeah.
Because you might have done it. But you know what, regardless of that, you were a lesson. Right, and I've learned from you.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to repeat you. I no longer want that degree. I no longer want that degree. I'm going for my PhD now. Do you understand? So I've learned from you, and I'm going up a level now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So next man I meet now, I'm saying to you, bruv, this is Samantha.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is raw Samantha, and I always say this. I've been hurt, but I love love.
Oh, that's me.
I love love. Do you understand? And I believe I'm worthy of love. And I know I can give love. And I want to give it to the right person. Yeah? So this is me. This is what I want. I want a relationship. What are you saying? No, what? It's okay. The first day we had, he turned around and he said to me, so what are you saying, man? So what can I come back for some cocoa? I go, cocoa. I goes, listen, there's Starbucks in here, you know. Listen, I don't fit into no cup. So if your cocoa is a sexual innuendo for something else, I'm not bringing it. And I kept it, and for me, it was a whole relationship change of what I know what I want. So you know what, you're not coming to my house. After 3-4 months, it's like, what, you don't invite me to your house? No. We've gone to a sauna, we've had a really good day at a sauna, and oh shit, you're so nice, you can come back to me snoring outside, perfect, come back to mine. No. I'm standing in my street. I know what I want. Do you understand? And I'm gonna put the boundaries out there.
Absolutely.
I can't believe, man. You made man all go home. You know, wrap these ball bags. Make man all go home.
Blue
train.
balls. Blue balls.
Just that man. Girls don't give it in. And he turned around and he said to me, we went out one time and he was wearing a suit, and his friends were like, "What? My man's wearing a suit to this place. Who's this girl?" No, man, it's not even about that. They're like, "Raw, man's wearing a suit," and his friends were like, "He was the first person to want to leave, but he was on me." And they were like, the guy stood, he said to me, what is with you and my brother? What's going on here? Oh, what do you mean? He goes, what's going on? Like, because they're seeing a side of him they ain't seen
And this is the gentleman that you're with now.
Right. They're thinking they're seeing a side of him they ain't seen before. He even turned around and said to me, I'll wait for you for a year without having sex. That's how deep. I'll wait for you for a year. I was like, well, okay, whatever.
Your ex is an ex for a reason.
So why the reconnectivity? So let's get into the last half an hour of the show of why we've gone back to exes, or why we decided not to go back to exes. Drums, let's hear from you. So have you completely ended the relationship? And whether it's, I mean, can I ask a question? Can I ask a relevant question first of all? When we think of the ideal of the word ex, can that be a day, 2 days, 6 months, a year? So, for example, if you break up with somebody and it's been a month, can that be considered as official ex? It's not really.
Not really.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Interactive with anybody else, no.
Right, so when does it become official ex? 6 months? A year?
Cold turkey. You see, when it's cold turkey.
You have no contact.
Yeah, when it's cold
But
turkey.
for how long though is the question? So you can call it official ex.
I would say 6 months to a year, and if they've tangled up with someone, that's an ex.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
thanks for the clarification.
If you're cold turkey and she's cold turkey.
Well, then what is that, cold turkey? Because don't forget, a man, because a man slept with somebody doesn't mean he's over his ex.
That's
does
right.
It?
That's right.
No, it doesn't. But it
Do
kind
you
of
see
kills.
what I mean?
It kind of kills the.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Really? If don't forget, a
The
man
blemish.
can,
Yeah,
a
because
man
if you
can
love
be
someone-
this emotional. A man can detach emotion from sex.
Easily.
Yeah, you can do.
Easily,
You can do.
And women,
So we're talking
women
about
are
someone-
catching up.
But we're
Yeah.
talking, man do that every day. Yeah,
Right.
they do that every day. Yeah, that's standard. They can do that, just like women can multitask.
Yeah.
Man can cut off that feeling and say, yeah, this
Yeah.
is just.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is.
if you love someone and you got feelings for that someone is real special to you.
You want to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
You want to say?
If you go and
Yeah.
have sex with, if you've broken up and you go and have sex with someone else, you are trying to kill that feeling.
Right, but that doesn't mean you can, though, does it?
It doesn't mean you can, but that's why they keep on going on and carry it on until
With
it
numerous-
dies. The feeling dies now because I've been with so much different bodies now.
Is that a case of getting over by getting under?
Yeah, because a lot of men don't know. A lot of men don't know how to get over women. When you see a man recovering from cold turkey, it's not a nice sight.
No, he's the man that ended up on the road with a big radio talking about Jesus Christ and him gone mad.
Listen, I've seen man.
No,
and it ain't
no,
nice.
men deal with it different. Women, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you touched on that.
Yeah.
Women, you notice, we go through the turmoil. We're the same ones that will go through so much and end up getting married at least 3, 4, 5 years later.
That's right.
A man, when he has a rough time with breakups, he's going mentally insane.
That's right, that's
But
right.
with a woman
that he loves.
With a woman, I think we leave the relationship while we're in it.
Oh my God,
So
yes.
we mentally
Well
leave.
said.
So for me, basically, I knew my son's
Well said.
dad that I was done.
Yeah.
See, and
And
that's the
what it
part
was,
that men don't like.
and what it was is that the fact of the matter is that the fact that you were blind to the fact that I was moving, that I was weaning off, is beyond me, because I'm no longer repeating myself anymore. I'm going quiet. So I'm slowly reducing my medication.
Absolutely.
I'm only on 5 tablets.
Absolutely. Well
Understand?
said. This girl's got some
To
serious
the point
bars.
where I'm on 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all you have to do is tell me about where's my dinner. Get out! But I mean get out. Because he hasn't realised I haven't been taking my pills.
Yes, of
You
course.
see what I mean? So therefore I'm done. And when I'm done.
Yes.
And I'll never forget when I was done, and my son, I'll never forget, this is his child. So what it was, because I still needed help with the school runs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he still had the key into the house, like this
Yes.
little attachment.
Oh.
So once when he came to the house and he was like to my son, oh, do you know what? He was at ambulance driver. You know what? I need to, can I stay over? Blah, blah. But my thing is, once I detach, I'm not sleeping with you.
Yeah.
I'm detached.
Yes.
Because for me to get out, it was hard.
Hard.
So I knew once I detached myself, I know I couldn't give you even a little sprinkle of icing sugar. I knew I just had to leave you done.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this. My son was like, he said, oh, he's back here, says back problems. I said, oh, do you know what? So I said, you sleep on the sofa. 10 of you sleep on the sofa. And I remember him coming in the house one day and saying, oh, can I stay over, whatever. And my son turned around to his own dad and he said, you can stay, but you can sleep on the sofa.
Wow.
When his son told him you can sleep on the sofa, I heard the door slam.
And how young was your son at the time when he voiced
My son
it?
was about 6.
Oh my goodness.
So
wow.
if your child is letting you know that your place is on the sofa,
wow.
that means it's time for you to bounce.
And the gentleman
Because your
left.
child, yeah, and his dad left, right? So for me, that is an X when the child is actually realizing that. And my son turned around the other day and said to me, Mum, if I was older, I would have told you to leave him. I love my dad, but he's not up to scratch.
Wow.
That's a child talking about his own father. Do you understand? So an ex, to me, at the end of the day, an ex becomes an ex because there's no more connectivity. An ex becomes an ex because you've grown apart.
Not necessarily.
Sometimes you can be in the same house.
You can still be in love and they have to be an ex.
Yeah, but love isn't enough sometimes.
No, we know that, but I'm just clarifying. Absolutely, I'm just clarifying on what you're saying. sometimes you're deeply in love, and we know there's a difference between love and being in love. There's two different things. Okay, you can have a love them and be in love. Being in love is harder to leave than just loving.
Yeah.
You can just love someone and not even be. There's no butterflies. There's no excitement.
What, okay, give me define being in love and loving somebody.
Okay, if I love somebody, in that period of time, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, it doesn't have to be the butterflies, the exhilaration,
Of course.
the oh my god, I'm head over heels, I'm nervous. You know them kind of, like it's almost like a honeymoon feeling.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, but we're talking about an ex being an ex or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is to me, loving somebody to me is if an ex is going to become an ex, right?
Right.
This is the whole topic is about an ex becoming an ex. So for me, I can love you because of our past, because all the
journey you've been on,
the journey we've been on,
yes,
and stuff like that. But our present is not showing me a future.
Absolutely.
So therefore, even though I
Right.
love you, but I'm not in love with you because I can't, because there's nothing there anymore. I'm just going through everything like it's mundane, it's robotic. So I'm having sex with you because I feel I have to have sex with you because we're in a relationship. So I'm looking up at the ceiling and like I'm not even there. So I'm thinking, hurry up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thinking of England.
Because I'm just fulfilling my duties that I feel I have to fulfill before I tell you that. Like with me, I always say this, I'm like fresh food, I go off.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if we're in a dance, and you see me, I'm the freshest cream cake in the place. Yeah. So if you don't pick up on this fresh cake and you're looking for other cream, go catch her, because by the time you come back with me, I'm on the belt and someone scanned me through and I'm in the car and I'm gone. I'm not frozen, I go off, I expire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's like any relationship. After a while, the cream's going off in it. Like I'm there for a while, but it's going off. I can't make anything with it anymore. I can't do anything with it anymore. In a partnership, when you know your person's going off, it's because I want to grow with you. So I want to go on holiday. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Or I'm going to college in the morning and I'm coming back. You're in the same place I left you at.
Oh no! But let me ask you a question.
resentful.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever left somebody while still being in love? Because I have.
I've done that many times.
Let's go for the next 5 minutes. Let's go deeper, because I hear what you're saying. I relate to what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying. Love is different to being in love, and that's why it's the love that keeps people often, not the being in love.
About what you said,
being in love is very temperamental.
I think my situations is, I think afterwards, was I really in love when I've gone? I loved him at the time because of what my mum was ill. This was going on. Was he really love? Was it really love, or was it a crutch?
That's okay.
So I mean, I don't know up to this point now, but I'm thinking when I decided it hurt when it came to an end. But did it hurt because the support was removed?
Yeah.
Or was it actually love?
So let me ask you, Drums, have you ever still felt that fire, that passion, those butterflies? Because as we said, difference between being in love and loving, and it's the in love that keeps people exhilarated and excited, although it's very temperamental emotion, but it's the love that keeps you consistent when you love beyond the excitement.
Of course.
Okay, so have you ever been in love where you got that feeling, those butterflies, and you've just had to leave or end it, or they've ended it with you?
And you've seen them
Yeah,
again.
I've done that many times.
And you've seen them again.
How
Many
did
different. Okay, Josie.
how did that? I mean, have you gone back?
Nah, because you see what it is, I've gone back to people that I didn't really take serious. But people that I did take serious, when it's done, I just think that's over.
So why did you go back to those you didn't take? What's that about for you?
Because the people that I didn't take serious, we wasn't in a full fight.
So dating, a flex thing, a link up thing.
What's the accent come with? What is the accent was come with, man? What is it? A lick of something. Why can't you just be like, it was a little something? No, a lick of something. It's like...
And Drums, what's your last thoughts of the hour?
My last thoughts is that your ex is your ex for a reason, and there's a reason why you're ex, and you're gonna stay at ex, and I wish you all the best, but it's over. And it's done. And there's no coming back. And if I see you, it's high, and maybe it's not even high, but the experience was great, and it's done. And
experience.
The experience was great. It's over, and I wish you all the best in your new, and I'm doing me. Thank you.
Well, my last thoughts on the topic of the hour. of exes is I once was told by an elder neighbor that sometimes two right people meet at the wrong time. Two right people meet at the wrong time.
Powerful.
That was severely powerful. And as for me, I haven't experienced that rendition. But your ex is an ex for the reason. Okay. Your ex is an ex for the reason. So why the connectivity is the topic of the hour. And as we are about to wind down the evening, I pass you on to my co-host Sir DrumZ for the night.
Okay, and the quote for the night is, it's a personal one that I'm just freestyling here because this is free flowing, you know. And what I'm saying is that in life, the best thing to do is be yourself. Be yourself. Be real to yourself first before anybody else. Enough people talk about I'm real and I'm this and I'm that, and they're not real to themselves because they lie to themselves. So be real to yourself, and then you can be real to others. Uncle DrumZ, we're out.
Okay, and Samantha, I'd like to take this opportunity once again just to thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You have got super bars. I thought I had bars, but hey, I better just move over. It's one of those ones. I better just know my place.
Yeah, you need to go on Westwood.
Yeah, she's got bars. And I thank you for your transparency, for your potency, your punchiness, and just being you. And by the way, for those who didn't know, this is my cousin. I thought I said that for the last, so you don't know already, yeah? You don't know already. This is my cousin Samantha, once again, otherwise known as West London's finest, stamina for life. Samantha, thank you so much for joining us, and I want to have you back for multiple other shows because she's a PT trainer, so yeah. Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, cuz.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Hi, this is Silva on Free Flame Thoughts live on UJR Talk Radio. We've just finished our show on exes. Your ex is an ex for a reason, so why the reconnectivity? For those who didn't know, and I said it last, but this is my cousin Samantha, yeah? So I'm really excited to have her here tonight. This girl's got bars. Samantha, otherwise known as Stamina for Life, West London's PT trainer. I'm going to have her back on future shows, but for now, Samantha, what's your afterthoughts?
My afterthoughts is an ex is an ex for a reason because you've developed and you've grown. So therefore he is external, he remains on the outside. So while you've grown in that period of time, your light has shone so much because you cried and you've shed and you've detoxed that relationship. So why would you go back into a relationship where you really cleansed yourself from all that negativity?
Wow. You know, my last thoughts is I'm usually the woman with bars, but this is her night, so all I can say is it's been an amazing night. It's been very reflective because I being very self-analytical, but hearing other people's perspective will always help you grow, heal, and have retrospective. So on that note, I'm going to pass you on to the mystery man of the night, Sir DrumZ. What is your afterthoughts?
Like I said, your ex is your ex for a reason. You're going to stay at ex. I love you and respect you for the time and the energy that you showed me, but it never worked out. And that's a lesson to me, and I'm moving on, and I hope you're moving on. And you know, it is what it is, and it's love all the time. But you're still an ex, and you're going to stay one.
You're hearing from Sir DrumZ, otherwise known as Uncle Drummer. Well, this is Silva. Peace.
Peace.